What's up, you guys? It's the Authentic Empress. Okay. So, long story short, you guys are far too spiritually grown, um, too spiritually enriched, and certainly far too intelligent to be a part of petty, senseless, mindless beef, chaos, and conflict. Um, so you're no longer in a place where trauma that many, if not most of us, are all products of, most of us, right? Because we have those of us who have experienced that, and then when we start with our families, we ensure that that's not something that gets repeated, right? We understand that that's a part of our responsibility when it comes to when you know better, you do better, right? When you know how something impacted you, when you know how something influenced you, you move more consciously, you move with more awareness, and you move different when it comes to how you treat yourself, how you treat people, and especially how you treat your own. Okay, so you guys are far beyond that. And this was always to redirect your attention away from the bigger picture, because that's what you're here for. Okay, you're here for the bigger picture. Okay, with your awareness, with your gifts and your skills, it's not even about this energy of peacocking. It's not about, who's better than who. You get what I'm saying? It's about who's more committed to real change, okay, to dedicating their life, right? Dedicating their life to a needed purpose that the divine, can actually really find use within us. We can truly be instruments and vessels, to the divine, to the obvious problems and mishaps and imbalances and the chaos that's amongst us, right? So I think mostly, not only, of course, were we supposed to recognize when the enemy shows up, how the enemy reveals itself, and the people who had proximity to us, but also to translate that when it comes to any and everybody you come in contact with, just moving about through life, which also means whether that's in person or technology, okay, social media, whatever, so that you don't find yourself getting swept up in these pools of fish, you get what I'm saying, who's going a certain direction that you should not be going, right? So, I've been talking about, and, it's very obvious, how things that we should be taking serious, a lot of people rather it continue going for the sense of entertainment of it, because it distracts them away from where they should be more responsible, okay, with their life force, okay, with what are you giving, what are you contributing to bring an end to the bullshit, what are you doing, what are you talking about, you know what I'm saying, like, even with your investments, like, your investments is not to boast over another person. Your investments hopefully should be to help create something that would combat the obvious imbalance in conditioning and programming that we're facing day to day, right? Period. So that's the energy. So you guys are literally aligning with people who share that vision, who really take this shit serious. You get what I'm saying? Like, who really want to create a positive impact overall. You get what I'm saying? Like, instead of just being on the sidelines, seeing and watching the bullshit and seeing shit just fall apart and seeing the chaos like everybody else, it's like, for whoever this message is for, this is for people who actually want to do something that's essential with your life. You want to do something that's necessary. You want to do something where you can actually contribute, something different, something that's needed, right? Anyway, so you're the attention grabber when it comes to things that we should be paying attention to. And not only are you grabbing people's attention or bringing people back to, hey, like, let's stay focused, let's stay centered. You're also somebody who has the type of mind, and you're the type of channel for God to actually generate realistic solutions. You get what I'm saying? Like, for the shit that we're constantly facing in life, okay, when it comes to who's truly opposing us, okay? So whether you want to look at that from a spiritual lens, whether you want to look at that from a human lens in regards to who's being possessed to work against people who want to create balance, okay, who want to create solutions for one another, for our people especially, like, we don't have time to be sitting here, you know, we don't have time to be scrabbling the fence about things that are obviously wrong. Obviously, it's an imbalance. It's an obvious mental illness. It's not doing us, it's not helping us. If anything, it's causing more problems. And that's just that. With that being said, you know how people would say that phrase of, oh, handle my light work. That's what your angels are for. That's what your ancestors are for, to handle your light work. That's what the Most High is for as well, right? But these people that's always trying to bait you into putting your focus and your attention into them, you know what I'm saying, making it seem like they're the main point of focus, or they're the main character energy when it comes to what you should be wasting or leaking your energy into. But again, you got big shit to do. You got big fish to fry. Like, don't nobody got time for nobody that's hating on you and they think that you're gonna be back and forth with them. They think you're gonna be in some type of extended conflict with them. No, you're not. If they want to extend the conflict, they most certainly gonna be in an extended conflict with your spiritual protection. They're most certainly gonna be in that extended conflict with whomever operates as them, or who's ever swimming in that pool of frequency with them. And this is why when people even rally up others or try to influence others to team up with them with how they perceive you, or perceiving you as the enemy, as the threat, this, that, and third, it's only inevitable for them to eventually take each other out. Either somebody gonna take each other out, motherfuckers gonna start converting once the truth is revealed and it's obvious, and people start getting hit with that karma. People gonna start converting. People gonna get some sense knocked into them if that's what it takes, right? Or hopefully they get the point before it's too late, because that's how serious it is. The type of movements that divine beings, chosen ones, are a part of, these are long-winded battles, long-winded wars, long-winded fights. We got ancestors who sacrificed, who's lost their lives, who's been raped, pillaged, murdered, all of that. We still have the same shit going on. Don't nobody got time for no petty ass beef. Who got time for that? And if they got time for it, you simply have to leave them for others who also got time for it. They're nothing to entertain. They're not too much to talk about unless we're just, clarifying your awareness, your inklings about it, okay? Letting you know, okay, yeah, you're right, your intuition is correct, yeah. Make sure you don't fall into the traps. Know what the intentions are, okay? What the intended purpose is for them moving like this and making these decisions, okay? But that's it, though. That's it. Like, it's so crazy to me, like, this whole energy of, I'm gonna use this as an example. Even with the whole Clarissa Shields and the Remy Ma stuff, right? I want to say this, and I know people are not saying this, but I'm gonna say it because it's obvious to me. Why, there's some situations where it don't matter who the person is or who's doing more or what. Sometimes both people can be wrong to an extent. What message are they putting out regardless? What message is either person putting out? Is that contributing to solutions for our lives and our livelihoods? Is that helping us or aiding us when it comes to us getting justice in, the political system? Is that really helping us, or is it just another distraction? So for people, those people who constantly flock to that type of activity, is giving reality TV show bullshit, is giving celebrity drama and conflict, unless you're using them as a source to help create mental balance, okay? Raise people awareness when it comes to what's actually happening before us, and not so much being fixated on the person, but using the person and the energy, the spirits that's expressing through that person to understand what their purpose is when it comes to evil. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. And that's the energy that those of us who have this higher intelligence, who have this awareness, and we're not going to let people water down our transparency. We're not going to let people water down our integrity. We're not going to let anybody bully us out of telling the truth, speaking facts. Damn. And what's crazy is they invest all that effort, okay, and just wanting people to just be silent, be quiet, dismiss, enable shit that's obviously contributing to a larger issue. But it's never something that God is going to get away with. It's never something that they're ever going to have peace with. So it's inevitable for them to destroy themselves, right? And is that a part of it for us to call them out, call it out for what it is? Absolutely. Absolutely. But for people just, banking on who that person is or how much clout that person has, what that person can do for them, whatever, like, and bending your will, bending your opinion, bending your biases towards the person because of clout, because you want to get a level up on social media or whatever. That ain't it. Those are not our people. Those are not our people. Like, the ones that's afraid to, like, say, nah, like, that shit is not okay. Those are not our people. It's giving house niggas, field niggas. That's what it's giving. Who got time for that? You get what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to the source of the programming, the source of the conditioning, the conductors of the confusion, when it comes to that, my dear, you know what I'm saying? These little petty arguments, okay, and the puppets, yeah, nah, like, don't nobody give a fuck about your emotions. We all got emotions. We all gotta deal with emotions. We all encounter people who don't give a fuck about our emotions as well. Canon event with the high priestess here. Like, it's really getting to a point where these people are gonna still be talking about shit that's old, like situationships, okay, while we're going to be put in spaces or aligning with people where we're actually talking about things to not only create healing but to create true revolution, foster real change. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the way that it's looking is given, like, these people who want to fake and pretend, okay, and dress up and put on these costumes and masquerade as if they're healed or they're healing, as if they're this and they're that, when it's time to be tested, they will rule themselves out. It's inevitable. For example, it don't matter what somebody is saying about you, if they telling lies, gossiping, whatever, blah, 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 blah. When it comes to you opening your mouth on serious topics, it's going to be obvious who's true to this shit and who's faking it. It's inevitable. And they're going to always tell on themselves, because what have we learned about them? They're attention seeking. They're attention seeking. So when trying to divert the attention, when trying to divert people's suspicions and blah, 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 when that no longer works, people will begin to entertain telling on themselves, okay? And in a lot of cases, this will be an attempt to salvage their self-esteem or salvage their reputation, salvage their image, but we're going to have to call a spade a spade. And we're going to treat the spade like the spade. When you playing spades, you better play that spade how you play that spade. And that's just that. Or you're going to lose. Or you're obviously on the losing team. You get what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You got beige flag. Beige flag for me. Because oftentimes we talk about white flags, we talk about green flags, and we talk about red flags. Very clear depicted. Right? It's nothing confusing about what a red flag, green flag, and white flags mean to us. Where the white flag means surrenderance or peace, green flags is a go, red flags is, hey, examine that, caution, be aware, slow down, stop. You know what I'm saying? A beige flag, though, A beige flag is giving somebody willing to mirror people's emotions and gestures and conversations and rhetoric and stuff just to slip under the radar, just to ward off suspicion, but they still ain't shit. They still got ulterior motives. They still ain't up no. They basically this little disease floating on by, plaguing and infecting other people. Okay, because we want to be overly nice, overly accepting. You should not be accepting of every fucking thing. Damn, have a fucking backbone. What the fuck? If we were supposed to be accepting or not judge anything at all, damn. So when you're okay, if you are a judge in court and there's a whole pedophile and you got proof and evidence that he's a pedophile, blah 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 blah, it's on paper, you got photos. But we don't want to make him feel bad, you know. Some people got fetishes and stuff, and they shouldn't be made to feel ashamed about that. You get what I'm saying? So if it's wrong, it's wrong. If it has the possibility to harm or distort another individual or another soul, it's a problem. It's wrong, and it should be treated accordingly. I don't give a fuck who it is, how much they got, what their reputation, their title. I don't give a damn if the bitch on target. It doesn't matter. What energy are we permitting to run rampant in our children's lives? Okay? In our lives. What are we giving permission to? Right? Period. So when you think about people who are very protected, who are anointed, and they're very, very protected, right? Are you prepared to move forward, not letting anybody, like, choosing really not to entertain anybody's nonsense and just immediately, like, you know what? Let me just stay on my P's and Q's. Period. And the reason why I'm saying it like that, because depending on who gets used at the time, which we've learned is 444 on the clock, depending on who gets used and how deeply you have feelings or a connection with that person is liable to be the one out of anybody else who's trying to come for you, to really take you out the game or distract you, sit you down, have you doubt your purpose or your path, right? But we're not doing that anymore. Either you with me or you against me. You know my intentions are pure. You know I'm working toward a bigger purpose. I don't have time to do this back and forth with you. I don't have time to sit here and dig your mind and dig the telepathic community. No, for what? Why? If I'm straightforward with it, why can't you be? And there's others who is. So why the hell do these people think that we're just going to keep wasting time there? Like, what the fuck? Come on now. We got shit to do. People are dying. People are still getting snatched up. There's weird shit going on that we should be tapping into, that we should be doing full-blown investigations collectively. Not just leaving these investigations to just certain people or a small group of people. No. All that speculation, commentary, blah, 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 investigating, you think this, you think that, y'all TikTok investigators, blah, 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 blah. Y'all need to put that towards the shit when it comes to what's going on with our people. What's being done to us. We need to be on one accord when it comes to where to focus that investigative energy. Damn. But you know what the reality is? The reality simply is that there's going to always be opposition. There's going to always be opposition toward anything or anybody who's actually doing something that's actually a necessity. That's actually doing something that God is actually going to bless. That's actually listening to God. Damn. That's actually not distracted so much so, you know what I'm saying, that they can be of use, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to a higher caliber of existence. Period. We got shit to do. We got shit to do. And it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not worth it. Because all it literally does is delay you, stagnate you, okay? That will forever be the goal of the enemy is to stop you from what you're doing. That will forever be the goal. Damn. It's no big mystery. It's truly not. It's no big mystery. They will always try to use your heart against you. They will always try to play on people's emotions. They will always. Same old shit. You have to be bold enough to call a spade anyway. Even if there's a plethora of people telling you, bitch, that's a king of hearts. It's a fucking spade. What you gonna do about it? Oh, y'all gonna try to blackball me. Oh, y'all gonna harass me. Oh, y'all gonna troll me. Oh, y'all gonna do this. Oh. Well, what are my ancestors gonna do in return? What is God gonna do in return? Clout chaser? What are the angels, the thousands of angels that's assigned to me, what are they gonna do in return? What are, the true army of God, those of us who legit with this shit, okay? We not afraid of y'all's threats and stuff, because we're going against the status quo. Because we're actually focused. We actually can see things clearly and willing to call it out accordingly. While y'all over there with too many tabs open. Too many tabs open. Clout chasing. And that's the thing. One of the main things that people are learning from coming against you, collective, when you're literally somebody who always wanted to do something that was meaningful, always wanted to do something that you can actually help the next person, of course help yourself, right? But the fact that you're even having to be limited or restricted in what you actually want to do that's on a larger scale, because you're having to recover from people who were supposed to be trustworthy, people who was fronting like they was this and fronting like they was that, just to chase some type of clout. You know the type of clout they about to start chasing now. They done call you a witch. They done call you this. They done call you that. They done downplay your spirituality. They done downplay your anointing. They done downplay your insights. Downplay you being bold enough to invest in your creativity and put yourself out there. They done downplay all that shit. They done downplay you going vegan. They done downplay you doing this, you doing that. Now all these motherfuckers about to strive to do that shit because, oh damn, that's where the clout at. That's where the clout at. Oh. When all you had to do was just honor the fact that you felt inspired and that you admired that person in the first place. Finally admit to your dumb ass, twisted ass mind, distorted ass mind that person never had anything against you. They was minding their own fucking business. Damn. I had a thought earlier, like in earlier years, when I was deepening my faith, right? Because praise and worship is a real thing. Like, you really can get caught up, you get what I'm saying? Like, in the love of God for real. You get what I'm saying? And I remember being at church when I was younger, and I really was, like, authentically, like, just in the spirit. And I remember certain family members, they were just looking, like, so flabbergasted, like, to see me in that energy. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like the reason why I channel that is because so many people are realizing the reason why they've been unable to admit or confess wholeheartedly that they've been pretending, that they've been masquerading, okay? They've been faking it type shit, thinking that they were just going to become it by faking it. When people are possessed with a demonic entity, when a person is possessed with a demon, whether that demon is expressing itself subtly, okay, or to the extreme of what we see on exorcism movies, because it does get that extreme, but it can also be subtle. Something that they used to always say in the church, especially black churches, is that the devil will be sitting right on the pulpit, or he'll be right in the front, the chair in the front of the church. He'll be sitting right up there. They used to always say that, right? And the point is, it's not a matter of people who operate from a place of evil don't know or recognize the power of the divine. It's not that they don't know that. They very much don't know that. They're very much so aware. Okay. But it's almost like the things that come with that, though, for somebody who genuinely is that, somebody who's genuinely anointed, what comes with that, they want that for themselves. Okay. And they feed off people's insecurity when it comes to whatever was birthed from their traumas. Okay. And it sucks that there's so many repetition of like really breaking down what this is that we're actually dealing with. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Because like I always say, there's nothing unpredictable about satanic energy. Nothing. All you have to do is stay on your P's and Q's, bro. Don't let your friends or don't let them people, don't let the crowd, don't let the numbers, don't let that shit sway something that in your soul, in your heart, in your body, your instincts, your senses, you know something is right or you know something is wrong. You know something is off. Even if you don't know officially if it's wrong or right, you know if something is off, something ain't right about that. It don't feel right. It don't feel right. Maybe you should honor that more. You know what I'm saying? And these be the same type of people talking about saying they want to have a baby and my man, baby daddy, baby mamas. I got 7 baby mamas. And can't discern a pickle from a cucumber. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on. What is going on? We're not supposed to just bring these souls into this world just because we got a dick and we got a pussy. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Come on now. We're supposed to be developing substance. We're supposed to be prepared to teach our children if something goes on with the school system. We're supposed to be able to create our own schools if there's some tainted ass shit going on in the school system. What are we doing with our time? We don't have babies just to post pictures of the babies and show people how cute our babies are that we made. That's not why we have babies. That's not why we have children. Okay? Even with this whole like relationship stuff, all this relationship stuff. The reason why an equally yoked marriage, connection, friendship, business, the reason why it's so crucial, why it's so critical, because there's shit that we're supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to just, oh, we're going on vacation, we're going on a cruise, oh, we doing this, we doing that. Your friendships are not supposed to be solely based on that. You turning up, you having fun, and that's it. Damn, you're just going to disregard what's going on outside your house. You're going to disregard, oh my God, you're going to disregard what's trying to find any source or any point of access into your home, into your children, into your legacy, into your bloodline, to pollute it. That's what you're going to do? Come on, bro. Like, Three of Swords, it's the backstabbing for me. The Hangman, let it marinate. You know, it's really fucked up. It's really fucked up. When we think about people that we know personally, we just know stories about how people have died, okay? And the way that they've died, you know, or people who's lost their minds and the way that they've lost their minds. Like, and to choose to be in a space of oblivion to what's actually causing that, like, it's crazy to me. And not want to do anything to contribute to some sense of justice and safety and security when it comes to our necessities, and not take that serious and not be focused enough on that opposed to being focused on clout chasing. How the fuck did clout chasing become more important than doing some shit that we need, nigga? What? They're killing our black women and they're killing black women and Latino women in the hospitals when they give birth. Why is it more of them dying than anybody else? Why is it more of these kind of people being kidnapped and trafficked? Why? and you don't want to do nothing with your life to contribute to bringing balance towards any of those things, any of the injustices that are around us, how terrible the economy is right now, the obvious disparities. Come on now, how extremely deviating shit is. You don't want to do anything. You can't put aside your jealousy, your envy of the person who's actually in a right sound mind. They know what the fuck they're here for. They know what the fuck, bro. And then the audacity of trying to actually stop that person is crazy to me. You're not even brave enough. You're not even courageous enough. You're not even focused enough. You don't even believe in yourself. You damn sure don't believe in God enough to even do this shit, to even take steps to do it. You want to make excuses because most motherfuckers make excuses. So that's your excuse. Most people make excuses, so I'm gonna side with their excuse. Most people disregard this shit, so I'm gonna side with those who disregard the shit that's literally happening right next door. It's giving bystander effect. It's giving bystander effect. Damn. I guarantee you, the person who's being attacked, that y'all 4, 5, 6 motherfuckers just standing by like this with your phone, I guarantee you, y'all can do something. More of y'all helping that person will more than likely prevent some fuck shit from happening. And no, this is not saying getting involved in like, unnecessary da. But if you know that there's an obvious injustice going on, like these people, like George Floyd, situations like that is what I'm referring to. In no way in hell should there be a crowd of people standing around and there's no kind of revolt going on. There's no type of revolution. There's nobody like running up like, oh, this is not about to go on in front of me. What? Like, what the fuck? What is going on? But I'm going to tell you, these are the people who's going to be left by the fucking wayside, because we don't got time for that. We don't got time for that. They're stealing the minds of our babies. We don't have time for the bullshit. Fuck what Chris Brown got going on. Fuck what Usher got going on. Like, let's really be real. Fuck what Cardi B got going on. Fuck that music. How the hell is that contributing to our children, the youth, the adolescents? How is that contributing to them being more self-aware of themselves? How? And here's my thing that people get fucked up all the time. Being authentic, being your true self, it shouldn't be at the expense of other people. Can I call a spade a spade? I'm going to do it anyway. I don't give a fuck who got a problem with it. I'm not a follower. I'm a follower of God. I'm a follower of the truth. I'm a follower of motherfuckers who talking that real shit. Motherfuckers too old to be out here acting confused about what they got in their fucking pants. We too old for that. Why is that more important than motherfuckers getting kidnapped, trafficked, murdered, hung on trees, still, robbed, stolen from, treated like slaves? Why is that more important than that shit? It will never be more important than that. I'm sorry. When it is important is when you're out here projecting or forcing, imposing, imprinting shit onto children, like damn, who otherwise wouldn't be exposed to that. And then wanting to fight and play victim and da towards the people who's bro, what the fuck, bro? That shit is crazy to me. But it's okay, it can be crazy. Because like I said, it's going to eliminate itself. They're going to naturally eliminate themselves. Anybody that's anywhere with any type of title, handle, platform, influence, whatever, I don't give a fuck what they've been portraying, what they've been projecting of themselves, Whether they real or fake, if they fake, it's definitely gonna come out. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Period. So again, like I said, why do your spiritual team turn up so much when God has put you in alignment with a particular person and motherfuckers try to come in between that? Why do they turn up so much about that? Because we got shit to do. God didn't put those people together just because they look cute together, bitch, dumbass. God put those people together because they have similarities and differences that work coherently for a purpose, a bigger purpose that God has for them to serve. That's why. So when you come around thinking, I got better clothes, I got a better car, I'm this, I'm that, bitch, God don't care about that. God don't care about that. Are you capable? Look, Delulu as fuck. Are you capable of leading a revolution? Are you capable of raising husbands and wives? Are you capable of bringing somebody out of darkness? Are you capable of providing clarity in a time of confusion? Are you capable of taming the beast when the beast? Are you capable of activating the beast rightfully so? Or are you just out here all reckless and willy-nilly because you want to feel important? You want to feel like, oh, he's pressed about me, so I'm going to do love spells on him. He's pressed about me, I'm going to do binding spells on him. I'm going to put my period blood in his spaghetti. What the fuck is wrong with these? The fuck? The fuck? What the fuck? Babies coming out with alcohol fetal syndrome. What the fuck, bro? Motherfuckers doing binding rituals in our face. Tattooing people's picture on them, their faces on them, their names on them. Just doing these rituals willy-nilly, binding themselves. Wondering why they feeling this tug of war. They can't leave themselves. Because you done binded yourself not only to another soul, but ain't no telling what that soul also has binded themselves to. Other people, places, and things. Whatever habits and addictions. Man, look, you want to know how you... Let me tell you. Let me tell you how real it is. This is you tattooing somebody's name on you. Let's say this person suffers from an addiction. Now you begin to suffer from that same addiction, and you're having a hard time to break the shit because you got the motherfucking name tatted on you. It's matching pajamas, matching outfits. How about matching intellectual mentalities? How about matching, bro? Hey, you trying to match? You want to pull up? You trying to match? I got that gas, bro. You trying to match? Can we bounce ideas that we can actually give birth to and water and fertilize? You get what I'm saying? That we can actually invest in, and like, bro, that shit is crazy to me. That shit is crazy to me. And when it comes to things that actually contribute to our ill will, like to health problems and shit, unless you're doing that to put a smile on motherfuckers' face and you understand, hey, or you also let them know this is not something, that you should overindulge in, or you don't try to make something more healthier, like, come on, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's, you know what this makes me think of? Mukbang content. Why? Why we need it? Why do we need that? Why do we need that? Like, can somebody please tell me, why do we need that? What is it doing, and what purpose does it serve? Because how I always see the conclusion of it, motherfuckers is dying, motherfuckers is getting sick, motherfuckers got diabetes, Motherfuckers having strokes. Motherfuckers having heart attacks. Motherfuckers losing their mind. I'm just seeing gluttony on the screen. That's all I see. What are we supposed to get out of that? Why is it able to grab so much attention faithfully, consistently? What is going on? What is going on? Ugh. But I'll tell you something I would respect. Even if you was to draw people's attention just off straight bullshit. Once you get there though, flip the script. All right, so this is why I really gather y'all motherfuckers here. Let's talk about some real shit. Let's make some skits about some real life problems and some shit that, yeah, this skit has every intention and purpose to create a revolution against this bullshit and to let you know that I think it's bullshit. Period. Now that I respect. I do respect that. But just out here feeding mindlessness, and I'm not even talking about the type of mindless, like the meditative mind, the free mind, being able to free yourself and be at peace and accomplish peace, achieve peace for yourself. I'm not talking about that. Yeah, do that. Help motherfuckers do that. Because a lot of people are puppeted by thoughts. They're puppeted by things that they feel like they failed in or that they failed at, okay? Things that were done to them. And so they find themselves just not only stuck in karmic toxic cycles, but also creating ripples of toxic karmic cycles for other people, places, and things. And God forbid they got children and they still chasing behind a man that's dogging them out. God forbid God bless you with daughters and you still out here dogging out women. Or you dogging yourself out. Or letting a man dog you out. You got a fucking daughter. What the fuck is wrong with? What the fuck is wrong? Bro. This shit just really like... Yo, leave me the fuck alone, bro. Like, any bitch who feels like she got a problem with me, hating on me, with the type of shit that I'm on mentally, yo, tread lightly. You will get fucked up by my spirit team. Tread lightly. Because if I'm thinking about you, that's because you went out your motherfucking way. You went out of your way to get in my peripheral because this chariot is moving, ho. And if you get ran over by that shit, you did it to yourself. What the fuck? I'm not about to swerve and shit because a dumbass motherfucker go run or jolt in the road. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Because you're willing to kill yourself. You think I'm just gonna kill myself too? Damn. We know what the purpose of the road is. We know what headlights look like. We know the sound of an oncoming vehicle. We know that we should look both ways before we cross the street, motherfucker. What? Even animals know. Shit, some of them anyway. The fuck? So if you get ran the fuck over, if there's cars behind me, you get what I'm saying? I may or may not come back to check on you. Now, the only time a person should stop if you're literally in the wrong, or even if it is an accident, like, and that's my thing. We do that. If it really is an accident, we'll stop and check on the person. We'll be accountable. We'll hold ourselves accountable this, day, and the third. Now, if I'm doing that, and then you proceed to act like more is wrong with you than it actually is, you proceed to try to paint me out as the monster, even though it was your dumb ass that didn't pay attention to oncoming traffic. You ran out in the road. You made a mistake. But you're gonna... Okay, I see what you're trying to do. So it's giving people who drive weird or drive funny, intentionally break, at the most reckless moments, or they just moving recklessly because they're trying to get a check. It's giving people who will get into an accident on purpose for an insurance check. That's what it's giving. Who you about to finesse like that? Not me. Not me. I don't even know why I'm hearing that song, because they ain't got nothing to do with no cars. Call 1-800-STEAMERS. Standing steamer Hermes carpets cleaner. Like, what the fuck? What your carpet got to do with me? It's giving doomsday. Tower moment. Bitch, I don't clean carpets. The hell? That's not what I do. Go to the carpet cleaner. Call the carpet cleaner. Damn, learn how to clean your own carpet. I gotta clean my own carpet. I'll teach and assist and help my child, in due time. Okay, that's reasonable. Clean their carpet. May even host a class on how to clean your carpet. May even recommend a book or a link on how you can clean your carpet. God damn. Lord have mercy. But anyway, all right, y'all pack down. NPCs, bro. NPCs. Trying to gaslight and gatekeep or want to gatekeep somebody who's a boss. Okay? An appointed one, an ordained one at that. You know what I'm saying? Just, bro, when I show y'all this card, let me tell you. Where do you see this damn card? And I'm going to read this card 2 different ways. Let's just take a moment and look at this card. Look at that. You see what's going on around this person, right? Mm-hmm. But you see how they're just focused, they zoned out, like, damn. At any moment, they about to walk into this shit right here. Now, the reason why I say there's 2 ways to look at this card, because this could also be somebody who knows how to be still, okay? Who knows how to channel or transmute, shift the energy, know what kind of energy they embody and what they can do, what they're capable of. It's also that energy. Like, if there's chaos, you know that you can bring harmony to the chaos. You know you can, you know what I'm saying? You can respond to it in a manner that creates some type of necessary shift or change or catalytic event, right? But I can't help but to draw. This makes me think about the Sims game, y'all. How he got that little diamond above his head like the Sims. Here's the thing. People who can be easily programmed into anything, like, it's just, man, I'm seeing like this image, kind of like a meme of a person in a spray jacket, and their head is just going all type of ways, and you're seeing them shapeshift into different faces and demons and da 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 da. Like, that's what that makes me think of. Like, so this is NPC energy, but for a chosen one, for an anointed one, somebody who can actually focus on the bigger picture. Instead of having these different demons and da 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 da, programming your mind, pulling you here, pulling you there, like doom scrolling in a way. You're being led by the divine. Your passions are intact. You get what I'm saying? You're the plug. Oh my goodness. These some detailed ass cards. So there's actually hundreds of hands reaching toward this person who got the juice. All those little dots in the background, those are hands, kind of like a concert or like a stadium. Look at all these people reaching for this person. Big motherfucker. I know how we be like, big motherfucking Leo, big motherfucking Taurus, big Cancer. This is giving like big motherfucking energy though. Like, Like, I know what's programming you to change up the recipe of what I got going over here, you know. You get what I'm saying? Family recipe type shit. You know, it's been gatekeep, you know, it's been protected. We've been able to, you know, salvage the recipe and its authenticity for decades. Okay, and you got this person that come in, you know what I'm saying, like trying to change your shit up. It's giving like when people have a product and then they sell out to the highest bidder, and then the person that they sold it to began to change the product. Now the product ain't hitting like it used to. The product not rendering the same results. That's what they thought they were gonna do over here. Huh? What are you recommending? That shit, no, they throw off the smell, motherfucker. It smell like ass. My product won't smell like ass. Why it smell like ass now? The hell you put in it? The fuck? Shaking my head. Sabotage. And even with all of that, it's given that they want to sabotage your recipe. You get what I'm saying? Something that God gave you directly. They want to sabotage that, but keep the original for themselves, so they can reap the benefits while everybody else, like if we compare this to a hair product, everybody else, their hair falling out, dried out, all type of wild shit going on their hair, but you using the original product for yourself because you know of its benefits, its proven benefits. That's fucked up. Damn. It's like, man, this energy of giving motherfuckers, like giving the wrong motherfuckers too much power, too much attention, too much influence is crazy. It's crazy. And you know what? It's not crazy. It's expected. But what's actually happening is we moving with that same energy for one another though. Like those of us who are genuinely enlightened, okay, we know what's going on. We see, we got the bigger picture. We got the higher perspective. We got to stick together, period. And that's what's going on. That's what's actively happening. Okay? But these interruptions, this is giving go to the principal's office. No. The fact that you thought you could disrespect me, go to the principal's office. I'm running a class right now. You're not going to interrupt my lecture. I'm on a time span. Focus on the bigger picture. Most High, Grandma, let me call the ethers. Granddaddy, you see what is, you got, okay, you already taking care of it? Okay, babe. So, back to the problem at hand. So, this is, like what the hell? Like, this is the vibes, though. This is the energy. You got the strength card here. Let them cook. Main character energy. Queen of Swords. But this shit crazy to me. Like, what the hell? And that's my thing. Like, don't ever get caught up in these shallow references that people refer to when they find themselves in petty battles with people. You get what I'm saying? It's like, if you're going to lead with anything, lead with the fact that you have some type of positive influence on the children, on the girls, on the adolescents, on the young women, okay, on the men. Lead with that. State your point, state your claim, or just let your work speak for itself. Why would God honor somebody contributing to this type of shit? Like, why, what? It's crazy that the cars right behind each other. Why would God honor that? Look at that. Look at all that pollution there. Look at that. The fuck? Because after a while, you stay over there. Listen. After a while, what I say? You see that battery? This ain't it, Chief. That's what people are going to come to the realization. This ain't it, Chief. Lord. They knew it wasn't it. They just felt some type of way because you recognized it wasn't it. You said it wasn't it. You moved accordingly like it wasn't it. You didn't want nothing to do with it. Type shit. You ain't give a damn about what everybody else is saying. You didn't care about the crowd because you're a CEO of your time. CEO of me time. Yeah, that ain't it, Chief. I mean, look, now you got the Empress. And you got the green flag. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Over there. I mean, look how it got you looking. Look how it got you. Look at yourself. With this full send energy, the 8 of Wands, full send. Yeah, that shortcut shit, that's definitely strong delusion there. I'm trying to think of a really good example, and then I'm gonna close out. We got core memory here. And I'm gonna say this too. If we, because this has been on my mind the past few days, if we say we're anointed, we're high vibrational beings, we're divine masculines, divine feminines, you know what I'm saying? Even when we experience hurt by individuals and people that we're close to, you know, our loved ones and stuff like that, even when you do have to put distance, you do have to love them from a distance, this, that, and the third. All this talking that we do so much talking. Do you ever say a prayer for those people? Do you ever like just say a prayer for them? You get what I'm saying? Like, do you ever say a prayer toward what's actually driving them, what's actually controlling them to even have them in, bro? Do you actually speak or invest intention, like even with you healing generational curses or breaking do you ever consider, like just consider that I can give this person grace. I can't give them my presence right now. I can't give them my time right now. I can't do that. And in some cases, depending on the person, whether it's like a old friend, old partner, or even a relative, you may not give anything directly to them at all anymore. But this is somebody who succumbed to the same energies, the same evil spirits and curses that's also after you. They've just fully succumbed to it. They've submitted to it. They're possessed. You get what I'm saying? So even this hateful energy, I don't know. For those spiritualists who, you know, they experience they experience what most of us, well, a lot of us experience, okay, with karmic family, karmic friends, karmic loved ones, whatever. And yes, you are supposed to move accordingly. Yes, you're supposed to depart from evil. Let me be very clear. You know what I'm saying? But it makes me think about when Yeshua said, forgive them for they know not what they do. Forgiving them and also having the understanding of why they're even governing themselves that way, like really having the understanding of it, it's not going to stop your resurrection. If anything, it's going to aid in your resurrection, right? Even when you feel like, dang, like, has God forsaken me? Like, why would these people be doing this to me? Why these people treating me like this? But I didn't, you know, all I did was sow love, gave love, being patient. I ain't doing that, but mind my business. Right? Why has God forsaken me? Why would you allow this? These people are trying to kill me. These people done stab me in my back endlessly. Like, what is going on? I don't deserve this. They done put thorns in my hands and my feet. They don't want me to move forward. They're trying to stop me from progressing. They're trying to stop me from pursuing my purpose and my dreams. Like, Is it them though? Who's operating them? Who's driving the car? Who's driving the vehicle? You get what I'm saying? Should you treat them accordingly when they're fully in that energy? Yes. Yes. But this is this energy of being able to tap in and influence the situation in other ways that does not require your body, your emotions to be beat up upon. You get what I'm saying? But really truly embodying like the power that you really have to shift energy. But what's going on right now is this energy of those of us who are like that, we share those similar testimonies, us coming together, you know what I'm saying, to help heal and affirm one another, okay, so that we fully recover ourselves, we fully recover all of our energy, we get the confirmation of being able to identify and acknowledge when somebody's harvesting off of us, when people's trying to provoke us so that they can feed off us, what's using them, what's controlling them, what's trying to control you, being able to identify a projection, what thoughts are yours, what thoughts aren't. You get what I'm saying? Healing those wounds, right? But also being able to create a source, a resource where regardless of where people are within themselves or their version of themselves or whatever that's housing them, whatever they got in their house that they haven't evicted yet, okay, the resources, making sure the resources are available. And I'm not saying the resource has to be us directly, but however you choose to transmute the energy, whether that be in something that you do for work, some type of art piece, or something that's documented, whatever. But jumping on these bandwagons, bro, because you're hurt is crazy to me. You're on your own, Chief. I want to get married and I'm going to get married. I know there's some good men out there. You're on your own with that. I don't side with that shit. All of them bad. You're delusional. All of them ain't shit. You're delusional. Like, what the hell? That's your world. I'm not a part of that world. I'm not a part of that world. I know how to check vibes. I know how to test. I know how to read energy. You know what I'm saying? I know how to move accordingly. Even when the energy switch up, I can move accordingly. Yep. Not gonna tolerate the abuse. None of that. Nope. But to just adopt or adapt to these attitudes that are just detrimental in nature, no, you don't just void the discernment just because you've come across a lot of NPCs. That don't mean you should void your discernment. Everybody's not NPCs. Are there a lot of them? Yeah. There's a lot of them. Okay. Yeah. You're built different, collective. You got built different here. And you got the Chariot. Okay. You also got the Queen of Pentacles. Iconic. You got iconic energy, or something that you're going to do is going to be iconic, or that's why you've always been iconic. Okay? Not because, oh, you bitches always hating on me. No, because, bro, the attention is being gathered because God is going to create situations, scenarios, and put you in spaces where the attention people need to focus their attention on you. There's going to be something that you say, something that you do, something that you provide to create the ripple effect that God needs. That's why. Damn. But just don't get into, I just feel like that's if we're talking about ascending, you get what I'm saying, and really have emotion for real, effective, positively effective motion, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is giving like curable energy, being able to cure some shit, being able to grow something, a garden, being able to give birth to something, okay, in a healthy fashion, not with alcohol in this, not a crack baby, or And even if that happened, being accountable, doing everything you can, okay, seeking out proper resources, to even transmute that. Being brave enough, loving yourself enough, learning to love yourself, learning to forgive yourself, even with the mistakes that you've made. You get what I'm saying? Or are you just going to allow you or others who even contributed to some type of trauma that put you on the path of addiction? You're just going to keep allowing these people to have control, to dictate your growth or your ability to transform? Like, come on. Come on. Come on, bro. It's going to always be this type of energy where there's going to be others who share these toxicities, and it's, you know, they're going to make you feel like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you being toxic. You can be toxic with us. Bitch. Let's be toxic together. Like, what the fuck? That's my first time ever doing that shit. Like, why is that a thing on social media at all? As much as children have access to social media, that's insane to me. That's insane to me. Like, figure out what you want to be. Like, figure out what do you want to be. Like, that beard and the beard and the wig is blowing me, bro. Pick one. Please pick one. Boy, I'm not even gonna hold you. Being a gifted one, and y'all know those of us who are gifted ones, we were also gifted children. Imagine being a gifted child and seeing something like that. I done had a little girl check me about my eyebrows because she's so used to me being, you feel me? I done had her, your eyebrows fake. You drew your eyebrows. No, I didn't, girl. Let me see. And she rubbed my eyebrow just like that. Oh, okay, we can be friends again. A little girl. So I can only imagine. And that don't mean we ain't see some shit, but come on, bro. Like, what the hell, bro? What the hell? It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. But yeah. I said what I said, and who gonna check me? And even if you check me, does it matter? And shit is crazy, dog. But I pretty much feel like I got out what I need to say in this video. But congratulations, collective. Goddamn. Thank you for holding out, bro. Damn. Sticking to your guns, sticking to yourself, bro. Like, keeping your heart intact. Dead ass. Okay? Not letting yourself being easily swindled because everybody else is just blowing with the wind type shit. Like, goddamn. Ground yourself. Like, what is that? Ground yourself. Damn. Ain't nothing wrong with going with the wind and floating and shit, but if you floating towards a pile of dookie, you better try to swim away from that shit. Oh my God. You heard? I wish that doom scroll card was back out here, so that would be a great example. I should have showed y'all when it came out. But on the doom scrolling card, there's a black hole on that card. So again, ain't nothing wrong with floating. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: if you see a black hole, you see a tsunami, you better do everything in your power to swim away from that shit, or you're gone. You know, some of y'all motherfuckers might be like, you know what? I wonder what's down there though. Like, is it gonna take me to Atlantis? You know what? I am a strong-willed motherfucker. I am a mystic motherfucker. I'm a mystic motherfucker. You know, let me see what this is. I am a mermaid. For real though. So I'll be back. I'll let y'all know it. I'll let y'all know what I find. They pulling me over here for a reason, so I might as well. I mean that shit though. Like, hey, but discernment, bro. Gotta have discernment. You got the Hierophant here and the Sun card. King of Cups, you gotta have discernment, higher perspective. And I'm gonna say this too, like, believe in your power. Believe in just the free spiritual energy that's always, we always have access, it's always available to us. When it comes to reaching higher, like, states of consciousness, like, explore that. Okay, you don't always have to use shrooms. You don't always have to do that. If you use shrooms, cool. But why not explore the possibility as well of you being able to achieve that, like, just through your soul alone, just through your consciousness alone? Are shrooms good for us? Yeah, to an extent. You know what I'm saying? But, just don't let these things take away from the power that you have just within yourself and within the divine. You can utilize these things, but don't make these things your God. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't make these things your God. Don't. There just needs to be, like a lot of thorough clarity when it comes to using substances, especially like psychedelics, because we know that there's a collective of energies and kids and stuff who delve into that, but they're not spiritually prepared. They're not psychologically. They're not emotionally equipped for something like that. You get what I'm saying? For example, like, if you still think that, oh, as long as I don't believe in black magic, it can't affect me, you're not ready to take shrooms, and you shouldn't be smoking weed either. Because if anything, you're more vulnerable. You're more susceptible. You get what I'm saying? You're more sensitive. So if you're not strong enough, you shouldn't be doing the shit. You shouldn't. I wouldn't recommend it. I'll just say that. I wouldn't recommend it. If you don't know how to stand guard or even permit divine beings to stand guard of your vessel, okay, of your barriers, your brain and stuff like that, your mind, your soul, when you are under the influence, you should not be indulging in it. I'm here to speak facts. I'm not here to yeah. But all right, you guys. I'll see you guys next time. I keep avoiding it, bro, but I don't know, y'all. I may start back doing readings, personal readings, because I've been getting asked a lot within the past couple of weeks. I don't know. I gotta talk to God about that.